Good morning, guys. Welcome back to our control playthrough, where off screen I actually noticed I do have a new weapon form available, and it's the Surge, which basically is still explosive, but I can control the detonation. So this is actually the grenade launcher, which means, what was it? The charge would be the rocket launcher, because it 3 explosives and then, you know, it detonates on impact. This one, I can throw them manually triggered, or if the timer expires. Now, there's only one thing I could have just put on it: ammo recovery and taking explosive damage. It's probably gonna be changed for along the lines, but yeah, other than that, these are already exclusive to Spin, Shatter, and all the other ones, so I can't use them. Hopefully, we're gonna start seeing some mods for the Surge. And in the meantime, let's just carry on. We just cleared the darkness. Now, I did hear something interesting regarding vending machines. Some of them might have okay, I need to heal. That might be fake. I don't know if that's the case. Just somebody just told me something about vending machine in real life, and I was like, okay. Just be on the lookout for vending machines. I'm not sure what's that about. Anywho, let's continue. I should be able to go here, right? Okay. First things first, clear that one. Yeah. Just a chest. I'm actually surprised this does not show on the map. Like this area. Wait, is this? More? Not sure if I'm gonna... I mean, okay, can destroy it by the looks of it. Anything special happening? Maybe open up a secret path? No. Anything on top that I can float upwards? No. Cool. Okay, I got the chest and clear some of the mold, I guess. Are we still gonna have to deal with the mold, or what's that all about? I don't know, I just destroyed it. We'll see if that helps with something or not. Okay, that's a big guy. That is a big guy. No kidding when you're talking about changes. It looks like he's being influenced or being corrupted by the hiss as well. This should be on this side. It's just a plant here. Okay. Weird. Location for just a plant over there. No secret paths.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now we crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
No, thank you. Right, let's listen to that one. So, thank you for that, Alan. Then.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Artman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Artman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're in new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these ways to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now we crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Okay, nice word choice over there towards the end. Okay, yeah, it really is dark. Right, I need some parkours. Another vending machine, sure. Darkness we cannot pass. Is those are collectibles, I think, both of them. I'm not liking this. Way too dark. Oh.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Really no. That sucks big time. And also kinda let's make some artificial light, I guess. Also kinda makes sense because then people could go into the astral plane and be like, yeah, well look, I did X hours, you know, need to be paid, and people will be like, yeah, well no.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilize surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras split under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go. All right, that was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. The recording better work this time or I swear to God I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Is that it? I think that's it. Right, we see Ballard, Utah, I'm assuming. Rocky Mount, VA. Virginia? I don't know if that's VA is for Virginia. Sterling, Colorado, I think. Ordinary, okay. So these are for the places that Keystone, Lansing, Pemberton, Bright Falls. Yeah, these are places that had AWE happening. Right, let's get this one here. Interrogation complaint. Kirkland. So, you put me on desk duty just because I did a thing I was fucking hired to do. My job. Want to know why I call that? Bullshit. Asking us to interrogate this scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I have heard in my life, and I've heard some fucking stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. If you think pulling me off the case will stop me, then think again. That piece of shit blew up those tracks. He killed those people, all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in that interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his bodies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension. See if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. Okay, he was angry about it. Right, I heard Ati singing and... Hello.
Air here is getting bad. The vents, they are full of mold shit. It's not good for you. Headache, nausea, mold, depression. But how can you tell when you are in? Helveten home. Eikö siitä nyt saatana pääse eroon?
And looks like already eradicated... What was in that bathroom or that location? Because I saw it scratched off. Okay, so we don't need to really kill or clear some mold.
Darkness everywhere. New day, same old bloody shit, said the old way. Like tar but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
Okay. Limited darkness, this would be... Places have not seen or not went yet. What about this one? Okay, again enough for the places, but looks like I already got the ones in the previous area, and then this one.
Lads in here have died standing up. Lighten them up.
Ah, more plants. All right, let's go make some new friends.
It's actually different. Didn't I say talk? Was light? Yeah, shine light. And operations corridor. Okay. And there is actually on abandoned offices. Alright. So we are gonna go back. In the meantime, we got that collectible over there. Oh. That's the multimedia. Let me just check in here first. Yeah, let's get the chest. I'll get this one. NASA Cooperation Review. Following the NASA/FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space mission is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of the Redacted far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of black rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the Redacted will provide the Bureau with unparalleled research for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that would be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of this committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. Refer to file 3-81-4812 for full report. I mean, yep, kind of makes sense. Right, and then I have all the missions here. Just clear those ones. And there was Black Market. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other sorts of ceremonial objects, as well as genuine, altered, and supernatural materials, was raided in Redacted Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information, altered items, and other supernatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. There is a growing underground market for supernatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of general public. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the items' supernatural powers, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. The motivation of these collectors are largely unknown. Refer to file 5-12-0221 for full report. Okay, and then we have here. This is I get this one for sure. I thought for a second there was another collectible around. Was it up here? No, I already went here. This was the bathroom with the whatever reminder about the hours. No light here. Okay. Right. So we have flower here. I need a light source, right? These ones I cannot. Alright, I thought maybe I could nick them. But no. Any light source? Oh, there is here. Will these do? Are these part of the plants as well?
There you go. Doesn't that feel better?
Alright. So that means this one here in the corner has a purpose. Why? But you already have light.
Welcome back to the land of the living, little buddy.
Like, no offense. He had some lights over here. What's going on here? And I guess this one here, right? Yep. But then I have to go all the way to the offices. So apparently there were plants over there. Ow. Okay. That hurt. I do have another light here in case I need to drop this on and fight. And speaking of fighting, there we go. I think this one works a bit more better. Mainly because I can control the explosion. Not bad. Nice. And I can attach to them. Major targets, foundation, floor, body. Give me an award that hurt. Right, plants. I don't know what's with the vending machine that somebody told me about them, but nothing's happening. Unless I haven't found them yet. Okay, no commentary about it? Come on, Jesse. I need to offer a couple of words of encouragement as well. Not just shine a light. No, where exactly? Wait, that was one. Was there one hidden here? That I'm not aware of. No, it's just a chest. Maybe it's more towards the fire break? Not necessarily in this area. Any plants? No. Okay, this is actually take me way off the path. Bathrooms? I mean, we kind of made a mess fighting over here, so maybe the plants are all upside down and I'm not properly seeing them. Doubt they're destroyed, right? They might be just in weird positions. Did we blow them up? Or is this a plant? Nope, nothing's happening. Right, okay. I'm not seeing any plants here. Any plants in the offices? I'm not seeing any other plans, guys. They just blew them up. Any plans hidden in here? And this is just a chest. Oh, actually, hold up. Oh, there's one. There was actually one hidden here. Interesting. Still no commentary about it. Jesse. I'm starting to be a bit disappointed. No, I thought for a second that was a bot. And now the hunt for the last one. Where could it be? You would think it wouldn't be that hard, considering what I need to look for. Unless it's been destroyed, or unless it's not exactly in this area. Okay, nothing here. Would it be inside here, by any chance? Be something weird, combination of the mold and a plant. Nope. And this is going away from the offices. So it should be here. But I think with my fighting, yeah, we kinda... No, actually, well, never mind, here it is. There. And still no comment. Right, so this done. And the other one is way over there. Darkness was in those areas. The last plant is way to the right. And then mold was as well way to the right, and then to the left as well. Okay, I guess I'll keep an eye out for those ones. I get loadout. Yeah, I'm just gonna, as I said, I'm gonna keep level 5s upwards. A nice little distraction along the way. Now I'm glad that they cleared that mold in that location. One less thing to worry about. Okay, this is where we were left. With this will open the shortcut. There's a lot of collectibles. Okay, sure, let's start with this one. Eagle Limited Summary. AWE-44. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been at the work of a paracriminal group known as Redacted. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct as a result of the sabotage. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. Hey, so I guess we're gonna encounter that one and deal with it. Okay, the Shadow. Examination of the paranatural entities, the Shadow. Paranatural entity A-010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive redacted consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localized manifestation of sentient redacted capable of occupying organic and inorganic material as well as exerting redacted over its surroundings. Type B, shaded individuals, human bodies redacted by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain redacted of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C, shaded object, similar to Type B, except that inanimate objects are redacted solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, see AWE 35, which may imply a shared link to a redacted intelligence. The threat this entity possesses warrants immediate exploration of offensive/defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered to prepare for the eventuality of an redacted. Refer to file 6-34-1923 for full report. And then the recording here.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry, against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Interesting. Okay. This finally. Yeah, okay. Right, and we have new enemies? Yes, we do. Oh, okay. You're launching grenades. Okay. Dodge that. Awesome. And that was a complete miss. See ya. That was a wrong way to dodge, Jesse. Okay, he's airborne. Multimedia should be, yeah, the darkness. This subgroup of his corrupted rangers has manifested the ability to levitate, similarly to his elevated agents. However, these airborne his rangers display no telekinetic abilities and simply continue to use mundane Bureau weaponry. This evolution, being so similar to the elevated, possibly indicates that his can share permutation through a type of network or perhaps osmosis. However, the fact that this development in his rangers has only been observed in the investigation sector may indicate that an environmental factor is responsible. They could be responding to an altered item or other supernatural element found only in that sector. Or perhaps this is the natural progression of the his ranger phenotype. Not enough time has passed to determine a conclusive trajectory of development for each of the his manifestations, assuming any such trajectory exists. Default file redacted for full report. Okay, and then now that it's light, you could have said, yeah, do this first, so I'll have plenty of light, but it's fine. We got this chest. Any interesting paintings over here? No. All right. And I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. It's a nice spot to leave it. We have the control point. We're moving off in a bigger area. And not sure how long it's gonna take us to clear that area, and I don't wanna leave it halfway. And I see actually these are turntables. You know, the big bridge you can turn around by the looks of it. There's like 3 of them. Huh? We'll see how those come into play. But for now, hope you enjoyed this episode, guys, and I'll see you next time. But as always, don't forget to take care.